That's not American. That's not who we are as a country. And I think that that's the most important mindset change we can make right now.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle on state and federal levels are speaking up after the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk, calling for political temperatures to cool down. Ozarks First, Parker Paget live in Springfield tonight outside Missouri Senator Josh Hawley's office. Parker, both parties have condemned the violence.
Very much so. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley says Americans cannot resort to violence and actually calls on Americans to break the cycle of hate. Now, Democratic State Representative Stephanie Hein, she tells me the rise in political violence is very concerning.
We haven't seen this kind of series of assassinations maybe ever in our country's history, certainly not since the late 60s.
There is no room for political violence, whether you agree with somebody or you don't agree with somebody. The notion that we turn to political violence is very, very concerning.
Local lawmakers say enough is enough of political violence in the country.
I think we've got to take a look in the mirror and say, what can each of us do to promote a political dialogue where we value the truth and we speak the truth, but we don't treat our opponents as if they're the next coming of Hitler.
I was in a classroom and I had with a group of middle schoolers, and a student asked me, "Why are Democrats evil?" A middle schooler asked me that. That's worrisome.
On a state level, State Representative Stephanie Hein says it won't be until January that anything could be done if lawmakers were to try.
Time will tell when we go back to the Capitol in January to see if we are at that point where we can perhaps do some of that work. But it will take a bipartisan effort to get it done.
I think the first thing and the most important thing is not legislation at all. It's to recognize that we have got to end the cycle of violence and hate in this country.
The two say connecting with others, regardless of political beliefs, is a place to start.
You know, it's hard to have difficult conversations, and if you are not able to keep that rhetoric at a manageable temperature, it becomes almost impossible.
We do have more from Hein and Hawley with this story online at ozarksfirst.com. Reporting live in Springfield, Parker Paget, Ozarks First.